Hi, Carolina. How are you today?
Fine. What about you?
I'm good, thank you. You wanted to talk about something?
Well, I am thinking about taking some additional courses at Harvard, perhaps. Some consulting or finance courses.
Okay. What's driving you towards that decision?
Well, I'm having some free time. My internship is remote, so I really want to have advantage of the free time that I'm having now compared to the other modules and compared to the certainly the, I don't know how my schedule is going to be when we start the Master of Finance.
Okay. What are you thinking of taking?
Well, mainly, my background is in finance, but I haven't decided yet because also I'm interested in work as a consultant when I finish the program.
Okay. Do you think those would be beneficial for you?
Yes, I can use, well, also having in my resume that I have taken like a short course in Harvard would be really, would be really useful. And also having some consultant courses like perhaps more related to consultant and finance, like they are not too general as the ones that we have in Harvard.
Okay. Is that something that you see yourself doing in 5 years?
Yes. Well, I really want to consult and have some experience, perhaps some years abroad, in US or Europe, and then go back to Peru to work as a consultant there.
Okay. How do you see yourself managing your time between your whole program, your internship, and then the additional courses through
Something
Harvard?
that I know. Yes, yeah. Well, I just started doing some research about the cost of the course and how long it takes, and the schedule that I need to how I can do to match this new course with the ones that I am already taking and I have to take, and also the internship. My biggest issue is that in my internship I don't have like some schedule defined, so they sometimes ask me something. There are some weeks that I am full and some weeks that I'm totally free, so I don't know.
So could that potentially be a problem when it comes to getting the class, or?
Definitely. If I decide to take this additional course and keep the ones that I'm taking as part of the module E, if my internship, start to ask me for a lot of deliverables, I will have problems managing my time.
How do you think you'll manage that?
Well, mainly, I was thinking that perhaps I can take this course. I don't know how long they take, but I can take this course at the end of the module E. So I will have 3 weeks at the end of July before going back to London for graduation. So perhaps this course can match these last 2 weeks, and I just will have this course and the internship, so it will be more easy for me to take.
Okay. Have you thought about sitting with a counselor at Harvard to see what their workload is and how intense it would be? Maybe meet with other students who are currently in the course to get their opinion on it?
No, I have to think about it, but it's really useful. I should do that. I hear that some students, so MBA students here have take short courses at Harvard, but they are also had some problems manage their time because we'll have a lot of assignments, we'll have a lot of team meetings, and they also have in Harvard they also have some assignments that they have to do. So
have you asked any of them how they've gotten through it?
Well, the students that I know, they take other courses. They take no finance courses. They take more marketing or more courses that are not the same as the ones that I'm thinking of to take.
Okay.
So I don't know if perhaps they are different courses and also they demand different time.
Well, when would you need to make your decision by? Because July is
It's
week.
here. Well, this week I have to hurry up with my research and decide as soon as possible.
Yeah, because you need to decide. There may not be any seats available after that. So what happens if you can get into the course at Harvard, but it runs longer than you're going to be in Boston for?
Well, I think I can have the information of the schedule of the whole program because they are short. They take 1 month or 2. So I have to make this match with my available time and also with my plans going back to London for graduation.
Okay, so you could have a little bit of extra time because graduation is in August, right? So you could have a few extra weeks if you needed it.
Also, I have the choice to do it then when the Master of Finance starts, but it's also, I don't know how the schedule is going to be with the Master of Finance. I don't know if it's the mornings or the nights. So I have to wait until Paul share with me this information so I can do it.
I'm sure you can get someone to sort of figure that out. Well, when you obtain all these degrees and you've got all your certifications, what's your hope to use them all? Just as a role as a consultant, or do you want to open your own consulting agency?
Well, I really would like to, the consultant, having the experience to work abroad just to know how different companies in different countries used to deal with the same problem. And also, with all the experience that I will have, I want to help some entrepreneurs and small and medium business in Peru because they have a lot of potential, but sometimes they don't know where to raise fundings, who contact, I don't know, some specific things that if they have it, they will be really successful. And I was considering also working as a professor, but I have been assistant of my professor in my undergrad school, and I think I have to, it's too difficult to explain what are you thinking in a simple way to the students if it's too difficult.
Well, I mean, from everything I've heard, it sounds like you've got a pretty solid plan of what you want to do and where you want to go. I think you're going to need to take a really good look in the next couple of days how you're going to make it all happen. But I'd be interested to hear how you're going to make it all fit because it is a worthwhile goal to achieve. And I love that you want to take it back home and help people in your native country get ahead. That's amazing.
Experience, just to share what you have learned.
Yes. Because they may not have the opportunities that you have, but you can bring it to them versus them having to go get it.
Yes. Well, mainly I'm doing that because both my grandfathers have their own business, so they have failed in so many things because they don't have the access. They don't have the money to pay a consultant. In Peru, it's so expensive. So their business were middle and small. So sometimes they fail to do something, or they lost some business opportunities because they didn't have the information to take some decisions. They didn't know where to look for something that they need. And these limitations really can, I don't know, lead business to the bankruptcy.
No, that's good motivation. It's admirable. So.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep me posted. Where we at?
We hope not. I think it's enough.
Okay, so I think it was really a nice conversation, about really good questions. Especially almost everyone was open. I really liked the question that you said, is that something doing they're gonna do in 5 years, how you see yourself. Like, I'm not sure what's the opinion of the professor on that question, but I think that could focus on the problem and how she could find a solution and everything. However, I felt that after a while, you start to guide the conversation a lot, because you started with the problem of adding courses, then you ask about how do you feel managing your time, and then went to a completely another direction. It's still like on the same thing, but like it started a new problem that she never mentioned. So I think that one guided her a little bit on the conversation.
So perhaps we'll ask,
and
what do you think would be a big issue?
No. Because then, like, I felt like a little bit it restarted, and to be honest, you did that again at the end when you asked about the degrees, like what's the hope of achieving the degrees. It's something related, but I don't know if that was like it incorporated 3 problems on one conversation. Like, I would focus more on one problem, or as she said, like, for example, for the time management, like you could have asked like what are some difficulties that could you face during this period, and then let her answer the
But you ask about how I will do with the new schedule, with the time management.
But he got it. That's the thing. Like,
so it should be more open.
Yeah, like I would have asked like, so what's something that you struggle, or something that could be a problem on this? And if you answered like time management, then yes, I will focus on that. But like the question in a way came a little bit out of nowhere, and the conversation for the second part took another road. But for the rest, I think the questions were really great. Like all majority was open question, and the conversation was smooth. Yes.
Thank you.
We had discovery that for a while.